According to new polls conducted by CNN, former President Donald Trump is superior to President Joe Biden in two critical battlefield states. With the vast majority in both states, the incumbent president has negative opinions about his job performance, policy positions and sharpness. SSRS. Registered voters Georgia, where Biden is ahead by a very narrow margin in 2020, say they preferred Trump to Biden for the presidency, a two-way hypothetical match. In Michigan, where Biden has won more widely, Trump has 40 support for 50 of Biden. 10 says he will not support both candidates, even after being asked which direction they are leaning in. The proportion of voters in both Michigan and Georgia who say they will not support both candidates is at least as large as the difference between Biden and Trump. The two most recent owners' White House seem to be most likely candidates for their own party in next year's presidential election. He said, Biden's main rivals have largely no traction in polls on preferences of Democrats, and Trump is almost ahead his GOP rivals. All surveys on candidacy race. Trump's against Biden hypothetical matchup has increased significantly with the support of voters who say they didn't vote 2020. These voters have broken favor of Trump by a 26-point margin Georgia and 40-point Michigan. 2020 Those who reported that they voted in this election say they were on the side Biden because Trump. But as now both states are bowing in favor Trump for 2024. Biden. 2020 he holds less than his supporters. According to Trump, these figures point to potential challenges for both candidates over the next long campaign period. Trump's advantage is based on assumption that he can both preserve support among an unstable, politically unconnected group and convince them actually vote. He added, Biden will need to win back the support of his disgruntled former supporters, who are not very excited about offer be re-elected. Biden's struggles in both states, impressions of the voters' performance as president, and ability to understand the problems of policy positions. He is clearly seen in views on how resilience and sharpness fail to meet an ideal presidential. Surveys generally say that only 35% Michigan and 39% in Georgia approve Biden's job performance. And the majority both states say Biden's policies worsen the country's economic conditions. These gruesome numbers partly reflect softness at the base. About a quarter of Democratic and Democrat-prone registered voters in each state do not endorse Biden, and a little over 10 say his policies do not help the country's economy. Biden's campaign, with an ad recently launched in Michigan that focuses on small businesses and the middle class, is trying to convince voters about the success of their own economic agenda. The survey also found little consensus among voters in both states on how America handled the Israel-Hamas war. This issue has led to a rift within the Democratic Party.